Hey there, welcome to Abundant Source Raw, and in this video I wanted to talk a little bit about energy and stimulation. And the first energy that I wanted to talk about is what your body uses as fuel, what your cells use for fuel to stimulate activity, and what feeds them to be able to just do their daily functions. And that energy is going to be cell energy, which is mostly oxygen and carbohydrates, which make up the fuel of life. It's what our bodies are mostly made up of, and it's what pretty much all life runs on. Basically, every living organism on the planet, except for possibly a few types of single-celled organisms, are made up of mostly oxygen, hydrogen, and carbon. And those are the main fuel molecules of life, and it's what all creatures use as fuel. Carbohydrates are a huge fuel source for all our cells. It's the main fuel source for all cells, and even in carnivores, it's still the main fuel source. It's just provided in a different way. Their body has different functions for breaking down proteins and fats and turning them into carbohydrates as fuel. And so why didn't carnivores evolve to just eat fruit and get it straight from the plants? I don't know, but who knows. But they still do use carbohydrates as their main fuel source. They just get it through other animals that get it directly from the plants. And so you can think of this energy, I know this analogy has been used tons of times before, but you can think of your body as sort of a car, or where the cell energy, the carbohydrates, are the fuel for the body, like the gas that you'd put in your car that will drain and run out, and then if it gets low you just refuel it with whatever fuel you use. In our case that would be fruit for the most part, and then we can kind of top off that fuel tank and have energy to do more activities. And then you've got your nerve energy, which is, or at least is close to, life force energy. And this is basically your battery for the car. You've got your fuel, and then you've got the battery that gives the car life. And for us, basically, once that battery is drained, well, we can recharge it through sleep, but they're just like you might recharge a rechargeable car or something like that, a hybrid car. But once our nerve energy and that life force energy is completely drained, then that's basically it for us. And as far as I can tell, the only way to replenish your nerve energy is by sleeping. And some people will tell you that deep breathing and oxygen will help to replenish it, but from what I've observed and felt, to me it seems like deep breathing and those practices don't necessarily replenish the nerve energy. They just help to stimulate more activity in the body, which would actually drain your nerve energy quicker. And I'll kind of explain that here in a second, because the main topic I wanted to go over here was stimulation. I just wanted to give a brief overview of the different types of energy. So what exactly is stimulation? And I kind of see stimulation as, taking one thing and putting it in sort of direct contact with something else, or in some way having some effect on something else to stimulate it to do something else, to do some sort of activity. And so what that means exactly is basically we're always being stimulated, but there's sort of the natural stimulation that your body is supposed to have, just like all the chemical reactions and the things that it does every second of the day could all be considered stimulation. It's one chemical stimulating another, but then you've got the stimulation that is not natural and that will overstimulate or affect the body in a way that the body's not designed to react to. And so these unnatural stimulants are things like cooked food, coffee, energy drinks, and things that seem to give you a lot of energy, but in reality there is nothing on the planet that I know of that can give you energy other than sleep. Nothing can provide you with more nerve energy or life force energy other than getting rest. And when drinking these things like coffee and energy drinks, it seems like they give you energy, but actually it's just draining your energy. It's expending your energy at a more rapid rate. You can't give your body more energy, not with food, not with drinking, not with even eating fruit. Nothing can give your body nerve energy other than sleep, as far as I can tell. So being awake and being active and even eating and everything you do while you're awake is the act of expending energy. And any type of stimulation like cooked food or energy drinks is just the act of expending that energy quicker. And so that's why you get the crash, because your body is overstimulated and using reserved energy that is supposed to help out with other functions and be there throughout the rest of the day, so that way you don't get tired like everybody is getting today. But because you're putting these toxins in your body, now your body has to use extra energy to try and keep you from getting sick and to try and heal your body and to protect your body. And that stimulation of all the cells makes you feel like you have a lot of energy, and it makes you feel like you can be very active, but it's almost like a fight or flight type of situation. Your body is going into like a protective mode, and you've got adrenaline, and you've got all these different hormones now that are keeping you very alert, but at the same time rapidly expending your energy. And we are natural living organisms designed by nature to be in alignment with all of nature's laws, and anything that we do that is outside of nature and outside of natural law is going to make us suffer in some way. And to eat something, nature provided everything for us that we need, especially our food and what we're supposed to consume. It's perfectly well designed in nature for us, and it's most optimal state for the human body. But once we start to tamper with it and add things to it and try and improve on it, which is impossible because it's already perfect, anything we do to tamper with food is just going to lower the quality of it and make it unnatural, which is going to cause different bad reactions in the body, such as overstimulation and energy drainage. And going back to the fuel of carbohydrates and food, even that takes nerve energy. It is replenishing your cell energy and the fuel that your body needs to do certain activities, but it is draining your nerve energy. If you want to save your nerve energy and have extreme longevity in your life and have incredible amounts of energy throughout your entire life, then really you would want to eat as small amounts as possible. You would hardly want to eat anything at all. Some of the most lived cultures and gurus and people like that on the planet are the people that eat the least, and it's because it preserves your nerve and life force energy, because digestion is a huge energy spender. Digestion expends more energy than almost any other bodily function, and so when you're eating, even if it's a mono fruit meal, it's still going to be expending nerve energy, just not quite as much. And that's why we can feel so good after eating a fruit meal, not because it gave us nerve energy, but because it expended so little nerve energy as compared to eating a heavy cooked meal or anything else like that. It doesn't stimulate our bodies unnaturally like cooked food would. So all activity while you're awake drains nerve energy. You know, fruit fuels your body to do activities throughout the day, but once the day is ending, then your nerve energy goes down and needs to be replenished, and you can't make up for nerve energy with eating fuel. You know, you can't replenish your car battery by adding more gasoline. So if you want to live extremely long and have exceptional energy all the time and be very connected, then sleep as much as possible. You know, make sure you're getting plenty of sleep, and also the time of day that you go to sleep is important as well for maximum results. And you know, make sure that you're just eating fruits and raw foods, because they're going to expend the least amount of nerve energy and give you the most high quality fuel for your body. So it's just a complete win-win, and you'll never have to deal with crashing or feeling tired because you're not overstimulating your body. You're not expending your body's energy through these unnatural substances. So that's my topic for today. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please give the video a thumbs up and leave a comment below for me. It really helps me out, and thank you so much for watching, and I will talk with you in the next video.